A steady stream of ambulances came back and forth to Garissa University College in Kenya today, removing the bodies. At least 147 dead, many others wounded, after a brutal attack by Al-Shabaab Islamist militants. These are the first images that we're getting from inside of the school. It is a gruesome scene where the Somalia-based Al-Shabaab gunmen first stormed a Christian prayer service yesterday. At first, they killed several students. They took others hostage. And witnesses say then they started shooting Christians while sparing Muslims. After several hours, Kenyan security forces moved in and managed to kill 4 gunmen. There was a somber mood at Christian churches across Kenya today as worshipers attended Good Friday services. At this church here in Nairobi, they prayed for the victims of the attack. CNN's Christian Purefoy joining us now live from Kenya. What are we hearing today, Christian, in the aftermath of the attack? We understand the details are terrible and that these gunmen really lured so many of these students out by promising that they would live.
Yes, Rihanna, well, the actual university itself has been on lockdown all day with a heavy security presence, as you said, as the ambulances and security forces come and go from that campus and the scene of that terrible, what is basically mass murder. But stories are beginning to come out from the injured, from witnesses, and they really are terrible. Some people, they're still finding them, have been hiding in toilets and under beds. But the really horrific stuff, we spoke to one medical doctor who went in shortly after the security forces, and he said, he saw people lying down flat, their face facing the ground, and gunshots to the back of their head. Some of the students lying in the beds, just shot randomly. There was another survivor that we've managed to speak to who said she had to cover herself with the blood of some of her friends just to try and pretend that she had also died. So these stories keep coming out, and with so many dead, but also so many survivors, it's expected, Rihanna, that there's going to be a lot more.
How does this community handle this? How are they coping?
Well, to be honest, it's not just this community. This was, a multi-religious school, a multi-cultural school, and with students from across Kenya. In fact, if anything, this community here has not really been affected that dramatic, except that it's on its doorstep, but it's the rest of Kenya. You've got families across the country who are still actually waiting to hear if their loved ones were killed, because these bodies, they've been recovered, but not all of them have been identified yet. So you have families desperate to know, Rihanna, were their loved ones in that university?
Oh, it's heartbreaking, Christian Purefoy, to hear about this story. Thank you so much.